Hello, guys. Welcome to the fourth episode of this Power Query Transformation series. We stopped at episode 3 before we went on a Christmas break, and then we are back again this year. For those that are just joining us, and to everyone here, Happy New Year, and we hope this year will be a great year for us. All our plans, all the things we plan to achieve this year, it will come to us in the way we have wished them. So let's just go straight into it. We'll start with some assignments for those that are following this series. If you have done that, and you need to see if you are right or wrong, so we're gonna look at we're going to see the feedback now. So we'll do the assignments before we get into a new data set that we'll do. So let's just follow through on that. One of the things that, if I can remember, just to transform the student scores data and to apply every necessary transformation stage, but most importantly, to transform these scores, to condition these scores to in a way that we can see the grades. Like if it's 55, we can see whether 55 is A or C or B, depending on the grading that we've given from the assignment. If you're just meeting this series for the first time, we should start from number 1, which you see the link up now, and then come through and then get to where we are now, so that you can follow through what we've done in the past. While for those that are following us, let's just go straight into it. And so the first thing we'll do is just to do the renaming, which I believe most of us we are acquainted with that now. If you just want to rename, there are different ways to rename. I can double click on this. Once I double click, you can see that the name is highlighted, or I can also right click on it, and when I right click, I can also see rename. Yeah, either way. Or if I just select the column as well, let me check the transformation. Yeah, yes. So either that you go through the tabs and click on here, or you right click, which is always my best part. Most of these things you see will always be in the right click of that. So most of these tools you see are always in the right click. So it's all about you now knowing what is it that you want to do on that particular column. So let's just right click, and we can call these, say that we're going to call it courses. Just, it's not like subject is bad, just for the purpose of this class, just to teach us how we can rename a column from one thing to another. So if this is courses, maybe we can call this exam dates. Maybe it's not a test, maybe it is a date, maybe it is an exam, I mean to say. Yeah, exam dates, and we have scores. We have scores. So now that's for the renaming of the column. Very easy, right? So let's move to the next one. The next one we want to do is you may want to check if there are duplicates on this. And from what we did, how we can check the duplicates across the table is by selecting all the columns before we delete the duplicates. But I've done this before, but just to refresh our mind, normally what I do before any duplicate or before removing any duplicate is to just take a record of the original row, just to see if there is any reduction, right? So if you look here, you can see that we'll have 120 rows. So let us select all the columns and then delete duplicates to see if we're gonna have a reduction in the row. And if you right click, you see remove duplicate. So if I delete, now we have applied the remove duplicate step, but it is still at 120. What that means is there is no duplicate, and so we are good to go on that level. Then the next thing we might want to do is then the conditional formatting, which is basically the things I wanted us to do here. Now, there are different ways to do conditional formatting, different ways. We're going to do by way of um, adding like a column through custom column, right? That's one way you can go through it. And there are other ways, which sometimes can be, I mean, it takes a little bit of time to do them, but once you just go through the add column and use custom column, a lot of things are pretty easy that way. So we're gonna we'll go through the custom column, right? Um, we can use conditional column. I mean, actually, we can do that with custom column, but I think it's pretty easier to, since it's a conditional column that we want to do. Conditional column is a column you are creating that is based off of another word column. Yeah, so we use conditional column. When we click on conditional column, a window is gonna pop up. So what is the name of the new column? We call that grades, right? Now, grades in a way that would then begin to section it. So the first column, we are working on what? Scores. This particular column, that's where we are working on. So this is the condition. If score equals, right? Although we can change all of these things, we can change it the way we want, as according to how we want it. So in this case, remember we said from that we're gonna give UK standard, which is less than 50, less than 50. So if it is less than 50, it is F. So this is what the condition is all about, as easy as that. If the column here is anything less than 50, then what should it be in the new column, which we've called what? Grade. It's as simple as that. If it is less than 50, we'll call it, let's call it F. Let's just use F letters here. And then we'll add another clause. So you see the add another clause is like a way of adding another step of another level of the condition in what we are doing. Now, in this case, now select is still on this same word column that we're working on. If that score, if it is less than 50, we said so, but if it is 50 or greater than, if it is greater than, yeah, greater than or equals to, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's greater than or equals to, it's greater than or equals to 50. Let's call it C. Yeah, greater than or equals to 50, call it C. Or if it is this, it will repeat the same thing. If it is greater than or equals, yeah, greater than or equals to C, greater than or equals to 60, let's call it B. Else, no, where I want this is just trying to find a more logical way to do this. I think I should do less than, yeah, I think I should less than, yeah, he's less than 60. Yeah, I think this should be better. So if it is less than 50, we call it F. Less than 60, we call it C. Less than, yeah, that makes sense. Less than, although, of course, we test run all of this. Less than 70, let's call it B. Else. So what are we trying to say here? If the score is less than 50, which is from 0 to 50. Remember, 50 less than is not the same thing as equal to 50. What does that mean is if there is any score here that is 50, it's not going to fall under this category. That is what it means. That's why we have operators like less than or equals to, so that you be aware of the operator you are using. So practically what this means is this range simply means from 0 to what? To 49. Why this one will then mean from 50 to what? To 69, which is what? From 50 to, sorry, from 50 to 59 is C. So from 60 to 69 will be B, right? And then else means apart from all of this, if it is less than what? 70. If it is less than 70, it's going to be B. Else, meaning from 70 and above, let it be A. Like I said, we'll test this and see if the logic makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, we'll come back and see what we've done wrong. Right? Yes. So I think we are right. If you check here, yeah, this is C, A, 77 is, so look at everything. I don't know if we have a case of F. Let me see if we have a case of F at all. Oh, there is no F. Well, that's okay. It's good. There is no F. So you can see C is 55, A is 77, and C is what? B. So this is practically someone that scores 98 is still A, 89 is still A, and someone that scores 50 is C, right? Um, yeah, 50 is C, but less than 50 is A. So 70 on the dot is also A. So it's good that we see all of these, which is okay. So that's practically what conditional formatting is all about. Although I missed to change the type setting of the new column when we are creating the conditional. Like, let me show you guys. When you are creating the conditional column, you can here directly change the words. Select the okay, I don't think it's something we can select from here. I was thinking it's something we can select from here. So you're still okay. So you can come here and then change what the data type of that. Yeah, to A and B's. So that's about conditional column. We then check every other thing, as we've said, if there is something missing out that we can add. We've checked for the duplicates, there are no duplicates, there are no nulls. So it's just basically what transformation, which is why I gave you this, because I wanted you to learn how to begin to transform your data. How which other ways this will be an extra to what we've said in the assignment. Um, right from here, I can even scrap out. I can get the month aspect of this date, assuming that they're all January. Yeah, yeah, just to show you guys, we can get the month aspect or even the day aspect of what this date. So let's just add that as an extra. So once you select the date column, under the add column tab, you will see that this date is already highlighted. Remember what I told you guys, any column you select based off of its data type will determine the tools or the functions that will be highlighted here. Watch, I have a date, a text, and a number. See how these things will be highlighted. Now I've selected date, only date that is highlighted, and things like extract and stuff like that. If I select a dimensional, a dimensional column, and if I select a score, so this is dimensional column, right? Other things are highlighted, although we don't actually need date on these. I don't know why this date is even highlighted because it's not a date. But then if you select the score like a number, you see that the date is no longer highlighted, but it is aspects. You can see from number. So because it is a number, date is no longer highlighted, but things like calculations, scientific, trigonometry. So these are like, they are all based off of what? what you selected that determines the things that are what highlighted. All right, so back to the day. Now, because I want to build just the month and the day of the week aspect of the date as a column here, I can come here and say, you see the way I select it, I can come here and say just the month that I want the month, name of the email. When you select this month, it's gonna give you the month by number, but there is what called name of the month. So then I create a column. There's a small description it gives you for you to know what it is gonna give you. So it says create a new column containing the month corresponding to each date and time. Now, that is for month. If I select name of the month, you see what it says, the name of the month corresponding. So the first one is going to give you the number of the month. If it is February, it's going to give you 02 or 2, something like that. But when you select name of the month, it gives you name of the month, like proper name of the month. So I'm going to select name of the month. Automatically, like I said, it builds what month name from the date what column. Can see that January, February, March. That's easier way to build up your date and features. I can also, as the date is selected, I can also select the day of the month. I go to the day, called name of the day, name of the day, or day of the week. I think that's what will give me what I'm looking for. Day of the week. Let's see. Okay. Day of the week gives us 0, and that's not what we want. So we numbered it, so we are wrong. So we come back again. I dated my last step. When you make a mistake, come back again. I think the right way should be name of the day rather than day of the week. But day of the week will be numbered. So name of the day is what? Monday, Tuesdays, and all that. So this is also the way you can also build up what date features from your date what column. I believe this is all good. I mean, from here, one can make a very fantastic analysis right from what we have already built from here. So thank you guys. And the next one we're going to do will be going to go towards the advanced level of transformation. I just showed us some basic transformation that one can do. We'll begin to see things like group by, pivot, and unpivot. When we go under the transform, begin to see how we can use things like on pivot and pivot of columns, things like group by, and some of the features that you see here, we can begin to see that in our next one. Just to add as well, there are also some cases in data cleaning where you have, which I can see. Can you see that there is a space in this Grace Diana? So sometimes there will be some unwanted spaces. That's what I call it, unwanted spaces in the column. Maybe the way they are written, right? So how will you know that you have unwanted spaces? In such case, you will see that maybe if you have Jack here, it is not supposed to be so. When you see things like Jack, or you see two the same things appearing here, that means that one of them has a white space in them. One of them has a white space in them. So in such case, what do? You call it trim. You can come here to remove the white space, right click on that column, go to transform. Yeah, under this transform, there is a whole lot of things you can do in a single text column. You can do a lowercase, you can do a capital case, you can capitalize each word, right? Capitalize each word means like the first letter of each word, that's what it means. Why the uppercase is to make all of them, all the letters of that word to be what? Capital letter. So trim is to remove, we call it white space or unwanted spaces or spaces in between letters. So however that you know it, that is what trim is. So if you do trim, when you encounter such, come here and do trim, and you will no longer see those names appearing the same. Clean is also unwanted characters. These are some of the things you see when you get and when you work with data that is gotten from web. Some of them are come with some I want a character, things like percentage. You see things like percentage between a word. So these are like there are different rules or things like there are some elements that can come with the data. Some of that is what clean does for you as well. So let's try this to there is basically only you only do that if there is no need for that because I've first of all I've checked and then there is no repeat. That's how you know there is no repeated name here. If there is a repeated name here, then I'll know that one of them has what a white space, but there's no need for that. Remember, you need to be conscious of the steps that you are building. There's no need piling up steps, right? You only apply steps that are needed for your transformation or your analysis. All right, I'll meet you guys in our next series for group by pivot and then pivot of we'll use retail data in our next series. Catch up with you guys. See you guys later.